Natty's costume or ringside wear was a steaming pile. I did hear that one of the Usos, I can't recall which one, Jimmy or Jay, ended up getting taken back for medical attention, so nearly effectively eliminating them from the match. Matadores, just a bunch of jobbers, and who else was there? It wasn't the Ascension.
No, it was
New Day.
New Day.
New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't really expect much from them right now because WWE doesn't know what to do with black people. And we'll get into that in a little bit.
New Day has gone.
Yeah, New Day has set. The second match for the pre-show, which I'm kind of glad it was moved to the pre-show just to kind of get people settled in, was the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. And this saw some new individuals. The up-and-coming new from NXT, I shouldn't say new, but I think maybe up for about 8 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks. The Ascension was listed in that match. New signee, a guy out of Japan, I can't recall his name.
Hideo Itami?
Yes,
he's
he was getting
freaking awesome, too.
I think they were chanting Tokyo, or Hideo Tokyo or something like that.
Yeah, he's really good.
Getting some chants, and I don't get the whole Curtis Axel bit about kind of going Axelmania, and it was kind of funny to see him just get literally tossed by everybody to be the first one to get out. And we did see the return of Bo Dallas. I'm being reminded
and the self-elimination.
And the self-elimination.
He didn't eliminate himself. They thought he did, but he went through the middle rope, then he came back in, and then he got tossed. Okay. Immediately, like as soon as he got back in.
Okay, so that clarifies it. But not really having any relevance, which, okay, it is what it is. And though apparently he had some relevance after... I think it was. I don't believe it was SmackDown tonight. I think it was
Raw.
Raw.
Yeah, he interrupted Sting, and then Sting gave him a Scorpion Death Drop.
Nice. And okay, so it came down to the Big Show, who had never won a Battle Royale, even though he is a giant, the world's largest athlete, allegedly. Or self-proclaimed, and Damian Sandow.
That's because Marcus Russell is no longer a professional athlete.
He's a professional couch.
He's just drinking Scissor.
Or purple drink. Maybe purple drink.
So you had Big Show and Damian Sandow. Sandow turning on his, quote, employer and moneymaker, The Miz, and taking something for himself, which is... it's been so long overdue. I know we've talked about it before, so it's it was long overdue. Big pops for Sandow, and they just decide... I don't know why. Big Show ended up winning. Don't know why. Couldn't explain that.
It was, he never won a match ever at WrestleMania, so it was his WrestleMania moment. I think they just kind of gave it to him.
WrestleMania moment that wasn't during the proper WrestleMania show.
Yeah, so to me it's like, good, okay, move on with your career. We're done with you now.
Retire.
That's what I thought, and then he was in the main event on Raw, so whatever.
Please retire. Just go. Let's see. First match out of the gate, they led strong with the IC title ladder match. What one of the best matches I've seen in a while, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it has the gimmick with the ladders, but we were kind of watching the little guy. We were kind of in between kitchen and family room, not really able to watch a whole lot of it because he was still up. And I had some fun with the play-by-play, especially the ending with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler going at it, trading headbutts, and then eventually going at it like rams. It was hilarious and fun all at the same time, and I like seeing Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler work together, because I think they're both very good at what they do.
They are.
And
They're two of the best, and the fans have been asking for matches like that forever, and they're finally giving. I mean, then they had a match on Raw, finally giving it to us. What I thought was cool was when it was all three of them. When it was when Ambrose was on the ladder with both Ziggler and Bryan, kind of the three darlings of WWE, not just that match, but of WWE. I thought that was a cool moment, even though it was brief.
Right. Daniel Bryan ended up winning the IC title. I know you're a little dismayed because now it kind of takes him out of the running for, even though he should have a legitimate shot at the title.
The heavyweight title.
The heavyweight title. Even though, and I was talking with you, and we were kind of going back and forth on it on Twitter. It's not fitting this to me. I don't see him fitting the storyline right now.
No, but I mean. That makes sense, but like completely takes him out of it. But like after I thought about it, it gives excitement to the Intercontinental title again. Even though I love Barrett, he when before he got hurt, he was starting to get a lot of fire. A lot of the fans were starting to really like him. And then when he came back, I don't know, it wasn't the same. The fan base just didn't connect with him as they did before. So I love Barrett. I wish he would have still had the title, but Daniel Bryan thing, the WWE universe loved it. So I guess I can't complain too much about it.
And I think I don't expect it to go. I don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to do this, if they're going to have a big feud between Ziggler and Bryan, I almost feel like there isn't a feud because there's so much respect back and forth between the two. And the crowd, I don't want to say is split. I think it's just a general appreciation. There's no heel-face dynamic, I don't think, with Ziggler and Bryan. So purely my own perception. And same thing with Ambrose. I think it would be very hard to make one of those guys seem like a heel.
Well, I mean, you can still have a good storyline and a good feud with two baby faces, or if you want to add Ambrose in the equation, 3. I hope we get more matches with them. Barrett will get a rematch with Bryan, and that'll be a great match. So, and then you got Sheamus. It looked like he kind of threw his.
Oh my gosh! Oh.
We can talk about that later.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, we will. We'll talk about that with the wrap-up show or with the post WrestleMania Raw. Okay, next match was it's escaping me right now.
Orton and Rollins.
Okay, that was to me that was a tremendous highlight. I got one of the things that I absolutely wanted to see. It turned out to be an Orton win with an amazing RKO. I don't know about you, but
I mean, you gotta give credit to both guys.
Yes,
Seth Rollins basically got himself in the air that high, which is amazing. I don't know, like he got himself like 12 feet in the air. I don't know how he did that. And Orton timed it perfectly. That was a thing of beauty. And I mean, I know a lot of people liked the match. I was a little, maybe because the ladder match was so entertaining, like I was still coming down from it. I thought the Orton Rollins match was a little dull, a little flat, and then it ended with maybe the most singular, spectacular thing of the whole night. So.
Yes, that was. I agree. The ladder match set the bar very high for the night. The Orton Rollins match was, I thought, average. No one really was shining here or there, but out of nowhere, the RKO struck, and it was. I jumped out of my seat cheering for that.
Yeah, I screamed pretty loud.
I absolutely did, and no remorse to that. Completely embarrassed Meatball with that, but that was just it was fun to see. Uh, and yes, the studio audience is saying yes, that is a true story. That I did literally jump out of my seat screaming. So
I believe
what followed next?
Triple H and Sting.
That's okay. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Uh, you take it because I didn't see
Like
this one happen.
1994.
Yeah.
How old? I mean, how old are both those? Just out of curiosity.
I
How
don't know
old is
their
Sting
ages. Sting is
I
up
mean, they've
there.
both been around for a while. And I know
Sting
Triple
is
H
up
has
there,
been around
and
for a while.
quite possibly Sting's last match. There's, a lot of people are saying that they want him to wrestle next year at WrestleMania against The Undertaker. Sting looked good against Triple H. This, to me, it was a good match.
Yeah.
And then of course they added the goofiness of DX coming out, Shawn Michaels coming out, and NWO coming out. Um, and I see why they did it. I don't get why Sting lost. Why bring Sting back to have him lose to Triple H? How did Triple H talk Sting into this match? Hey Sting, I got this great idea. You come work for us, and then I beat you. And Sting just said okay. Like what? This match made no it was an entertaining match. The outcome made no sense to me. Why do you bring Sting in to lose? I don't get it.
I agree with you there. From how I understood the NWO movement and the Monday Night War was, the NWO bunch of guys moved over from from WWE at that time to WCW, started NWO, then started WWE, came back with WWF at that time, sorry, DX, and it was just a ratings thing, and who could do the craziest stuff, the most outrageous stuff, and one up, and who's going to join what movement and whatnot. From what I remember, Sting was on the outside of all of this, and he wasn't specifically part of the NWO movement. And
no, he was the number one opposer of NWO. He was always the number one guy against NWO. So
that's what I thought.
In this match, it didn't make sense. I think they were just more striving for the whole WWE versus WCW, no matter if it was NWO or what.
Right.
So it was more gimmicky and kind of haha fun. Okay, like, oh, look at these guys, it's NWO. So I said that too right away. Like, wait, NWO attacked Sting on several occasions, and Sting was never part of the NWO. But I think it was just more like, okay, it's WCW versus WWE one last time. So
yeah, I'm with you though. It didn't make any sense to have Sting lose. I don't know what they're gonna have, what the final story is going to be, or what the results are going to be with his if he's going to depart from WWF. But it was a nice moment. I thought it could have been a little bit better. Then halftime came, I believe. Correct?
With whoever was rapping. I don't know.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Nonsense, silliness, garbage. And first match out of the break was Rusev.
No, it was
Undertaker.
No, it was the women's.
AJ Lee and Paige defeated the Bella Twins.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think we both called that one.
Yeah, and I was actually like, even though I picked AJ and Paige, I figured after I thought about it, I'm like, the Bellas are gonna probably win because Nikki's holding the title. AJ and Paige will probably end up, kind of fighting in the middle of the match, causing the Bellas to win, and it'll set up a great AJ versus Paige feud. And that never happened. It's just AJ and Paige wrestled a good match. It was an entertaining match. I actually liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. Last year for WrestleMania, they had I think it was a Battle Royale for the women's title.
Yeah, I believe so. And I don't think Paige was even in because I think this was her first WrestleMania. She was still in NXT last year.
Okay. Really? No,
Yeah,
because she was the